Hello, John.
Hello, Oliver.
Today we're going to talk about Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital as a proposed name change. And according to media reports, Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital carried out the first abortion in Ireland on the 7th of January.
Now, it was founded by Mother Mary Martin.
The hospital was it?
Yeah, and I think, I don't know if the Sisters of Mercy or Sisters of Charity. That's what I knew that just precisely. But Mother Mary Martin was the daughter of a very well-known and famous hardware merchants that were situated in Dollier Street years ago, and it was called T&C Martins. They were a Catholic company and very successful, but of course they're gone from that street now. But they were there, and she was the daughter of that, because they were a Catholic and a very good family given to charity and all that. So she founded that hospital, and it would have been smaller. It has extended over the years, but the ethos of that hospital was based on the marvellous Catholic tradition that the Sisters of Mercy personified, and the Sisters of Charity and various other nuns. As a matter of fact, it was all them founded the hospitals in this country. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have hospitals. Anyways, so she founded that hospital, and so the practice and the ethos was excellent there. And it put Drogheda as a kind of a place for excellence as regards medical treatment. That was its foundation, and that is its culture and its success.
Okay. Why do you think they're renaming the hospital?
Well, you see, when you say they, we're talking about the HSE.
You're talking about, I think it's a...
The Health Service Executive.
Yeah, HSE, yeah.
Aye, and being advised by the pro-abortionist who should retire from the business when he has done his harm and abortion has become legal in this country, Dr. Peter Boylan. He has a cheek to interfere and expect that name, that hospital, Our Lady of Lourdes, a marvellous Christian name, to be changed to something to facilitate his evil agenda of abortion. Abortions, let them build their own miserable places if they want to have abortions, and put the unfortunate women there that want to have abortions. And don't be putting them into hospitals that are Catholic and Christian, which people are treated for illnesses so as they can recover, and mothers go to have children where they can have citizens of this country and the honour that it bestows.
So they're changing the name of the hospital, but is it to facilitate abortion? Is that the idea?
Well, it's to try and denigrate. It's the anti-Catholic agenda that this government has, this particular Fine Gael government, whoever supports it, which of course includes Fianna Fáil, their eternal shame, and the various independents, and the like of Boyle, and another one, Mahoney, who's another doctor that was in charge of the Holland Street Maternity Hospital and was pro-abortion. These people should never have anything to do with changing Catholic hospitals and giving them a name that suits their own miserable purposes. The people are objecting to the change of their hospital, and rightly so. And I certainly join them, and the Christian and Jobs Action Party supports them 100%, and do not allow the people in the small minority trying to change the culture and of the people in the country, and change their hospitals and give them all sorts of names kind of to facilitate whatever miserable agenda they have.
Do you think it's part of an agenda to rid Ireland of its identity? We're slowly but surely being stripped of our identity in every area of Irish life.
I do certainly support that view. For example, we have a Fine Gael party that have tried to foist all sorts of people into the country and foist them on to communities down the country that are have been neglected down the years. They're nearly like ghost villages, and now wanting to plank people from Muslim countries primarily into those Catholic and Christian countries. Is this their agenda, to load the country with these sort of people when it's Catholics and Christians that are persecuted by those Muslims in the countries where they've been persecuted, which we don't hear anything about, and which Mr. Boylan, I don't think I should call him a doctor because he shouldn't be fit to be a doctor, to destroy life, and then at the same time this agenda to destroy the culture of the country. We don't know where it's going to end.
Now, as I mentioned, the first abortion took place on the 7th of January. What are your thoughts on that?
Where did it take place?
In Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital.
Maybe that's why they want to change it. They want to have abortions there and the rest of it. I hope they don't succeed, and I hope it's the final provocation that people need now to sort of resist this destroying of our culture and belittling it. If you've got Mr. Bonio throwing a flag back to a person, the Irish flag, I think he should be charged with what would I call it, racial hatred, because that is something you don't do. Mm-hmm. That's something you should be proud of.
Now, on the 7th of January, there was a group of pro-life people protesting outside Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital. One woman walked past and she says it's her choice if she wants to have an abortion. Now, you say it's not her choice, that she loses all bodily autonomy once a woman becomes pregnant. Is that correct?
Correct, because this is one of the gifts that women have, that they can bear a child in the womb, a child that has a life and has been given a soul by God at that stage, and it's a potential human being, the same as a baby that's born, that needs the help of its mother, and to sort of be brought up. So it's not her choice. And this is a misnomer that the evil agenda, the abortion brigade, the small minority that have been able to manipulate the media and manipulate those type of people in the government to bring all the like of this on and dupe the people that voted for it in this country. It is something that a woman should never be given the choice to have an abortion unless her life is in danger, as was perfectly feasible before this nonsense of this abortion. Her life was protected. If her life was in danger, her life was protected. So there was no danger accrued to her. There should be no such thing as a person being allowed to have an abortion if there's a healthy child. Well, whatever it is, it shouldn't be allowed by any civilised country. And the like of the governing class in this country, Harris, the Minister for Health, and Varricker, the Prime Minister stroke Taoiseach, they have to be resisted, and resisted very much. Congratulations to the people in Drogheda. I intend to join them and support them.
Dr. Peter Boylan, the HSE's clinical advisor on the introduction of abortion, said he supported the introduction of safety or exclusion zones around hospitals and general practices to avoid protests. Surely that's undemocratic.
Of course it is. People are free to move about the country. Why should it be banned from doing this? I can go past the Drogheda, Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital or anywhere else. I'm not excluded. Why should Boylan and people of his ilk seek to do that, or this Harris? Where does he think he is? He's not in Russia. He's not in communist China, or some of these countries. This is a democratic country, and we won't be excluded from wherever we want to go by the like of Boylan or Harris or Verica.
I thought Dr. Peter Boylan's use of language was quite inflammatory when he says the introduction of safety or exclusion zones. So if you go back to the word safety, he's making out that these pro-life people that are trying to protect the unborn, that they're aggressors.
This is the way he uses language to condone mass murder, which is what abortion is, and it's quite evil. And a woman has the responsibility. There's two people to be considered. And two people, and the idea that she'd want to kill that person is a crime. And there's the like of Boylan talking about the words he uses, completely inappropriate for that situation. If a person's health is in danger and they become pregnant, which seems very unusual because a lot of these are fine, healthy individuals and fit to have a normal child. And the idea that somehow or other they feel that they're going to go nuts is another kind of a misnomer. Nothing wrong with them whatsoever. This abortion should never be available only in extreme cases if the health of the mother is in danger from the point of view of dying, which some unfortunate women years back did. In childbirth after maybe having larger families. Now families only have 2 or 3 children. They don't have proper families at all.
Well, with the removal of Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital and the stripping, as we spoke about, of Irish identity, it's probably only a matter of time before they get a JCB and demolish Knock.
Well, yeah, sorry, call it something else. Well, Knock, and it's Our Lady of Knock that appeared there, so they might want to change that, especially if there's a hospital knocking about anywhere, and they might want to do a lot of other peculiar things to get their agenda. But we will support and help the people in Drogheda to make sure that nobody ever comes near that to change that name. And if we could get a hold of Boylan, we'd let him know that in very quickly.
Can you suggest a name for Boylan for the hospital?
Does he want to call it Globo Homo? Is that the new agenda that he had?
Globo Homo Land.
Globo Homo Land. So we have to sort of call a halt. We have to object. This is a country by and large. I think it's a democratic country. As far as I know, it's not communist yet, or whatever it is. Although it's heading down that road with their policies.
It is.
No, the best thing we can do is walk where we like. And if we know there's abortion going on in hospitals that are there to protect life and bring life on, well then we can let our views be known as is practiced in a civilised country.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you very much.